Hey everyone, we have an important video today. This is going to be a reaction, well, not really a critique video, but a reaction video to a recent video that Bob Wells from CheapRVLiving put out. It's regarding carrying firearms for van lifers, and specifically the video is called Gun Ownership for Van Life, Should You Carry? A lot of good information in that video, and the reason why I want to speak about this is that we've done quite a few videos on firearms and RVs. We'll link our latest one up above, and I'm happy to see somebody else take on this topic because it's really important, and take it on in a non-biased and factual way. Bob did a really good job on it, and we wanted to share that. And there's some things in there that I think are really good. There's some things that I want to add. So the video is about 16 minutes, a few seconds, that video. We'll link it up above so you can go take a look at it. We do encourage you watch it. I just kind of want to go through the video, talk about a few points. Thank you, Bob, for doing such a great job on this. There's a lot of bad information out there, but people are yearning the good information because we live in a society where a lot of people do carry firearms. A lot of RVers do carry firearms. We know that because we've met a lot of RVers that told us they carry firearms, that they've watched our videos regarding firearms. So thank you again for touching on this sensitive topic. To summarize the video, he talks about people that should carry guns and people that shouldn't carry guns. And he has no opinion either way, whether you should carry one or not. I get the feeling that he does carry a firearm. There's a lot of reasons why people may carry firearms in an RV. The most prominent reason would be self-defense. I mean, that's why most people are carrying. That's what Bob presents, and I do fully agree with him on that. Now, there's two main reasons, two main points that he tries to talk about, or he does talk about in this video, I think in a really appropriate way. If you're going to carry a firearm, you have responsibility. A firearm is, as he states, a weapon of death. I absolutely agree with him. A firearm's not a toy. A firearm's not something that you display to scare somebody or it's cool to have. It is a tool. It is a tool that could be used for good. It is a tool that could be used for bad. Either way, it is a tool to kill something. That's ultimately what a firearm is. So with that, there is great responsibility. And he talks about two main things that you have to be willing to do if you are going to carry a firearm. We talked about this on other videos. The first one is, are you willing to take the life of something else? That could be an animal, that could be a human. Are you ready to do that? Do you have the mindset to do that? Are you willing to deal with the aftermath of doing that? Because whether you are completely justified or not, there's going to be a legal process. The second point Bob talks about is, if you're going to carry a firearm and you're going to be a responsible firearm owner, you have to train, and you have to train somewhat regularly. Now, this can be a variety of different things, whether that's dry firing, whether that's getting training from a professional, which I have recommended, but not only just going to the range, situational training, training under stress, training with the actual firearm you're going to carry. I would add a little bit more to this, to Bob's video. Are you willing to carry a firearm on you all the time? That's pretty important. If you have a firearm and your main purpose is for self-defense, are you willing to have that on you all the time? It could be uncomfortable, it could be cumbersome, but a firearm that is not on you when you need it is a useless tool. A firearm that is not secured in your RV or somewhere else could be a danger. And why is it important to secure your firearm? Why is it important to understand the responsibility? Why is it important to get training? Because you don't want what I like to call negligent discharges. So Bob uses the phrase accidental discharge. That's used a lot, but in reality it's a negligent discharge. There's nothing accidental. This firearm right here, we'll talk about the universal firearm rules. This, it's only going to fire if I pull the trigger. So it wouldn't be accidental, it would be negligence on my part. So let's get into what he talks about on the 4 firearm safety rules, the universal safety rules, that if you follow them, you should never have a negligent discharge. So the first rule is assume every gun is loaded. And Bob left it at that every gun is loaded. I would 100% agree with him. If MJ handed me this firearm, can you hand me this firearm, hon? Hand me this firearm. This is a real firearm, guys. I'm going to assume that this firearm is loaded. What I would add to what Bob said, there's a second part, and it's really important that you don't forget that. You have to assume that this firearm is loaded until you visually and physically confirm that it's not. And why is that important? Because you have to be able to manipulate this firearm. You have to be able to break it down. You have to be able to dry fire with it. You have to be able to practice with it. And if you're under the assumption that every firearm is loaded, just loaded, you can never do that, right? So it's loaded until you physically and visually confirm that it's not. So I'm going to do that. I know this is unloaded already, but here's the firearm. I know it's unloaded, I already did it, but I'm going to show for the camera. I'm going to manipulate the slide. I'm going to lock it back, and then I'm going to stick my finger in there, visually and physically confirm that it's not. This right now is a safe firearm. This is not a loaded firearm, so if I want to, I can manipulate it. I can dry fire. I can break it down. It's safe. So just keep that in mind, guys, because this is a really important part. Breaking your firearm down, making sure that it's functional, making sure that it's clean, all very important ownership. I just want to make that clear. A firearm is loaded until you physically and visually confirm that it's not. Second rule, very important, never put your finger on the trigger unless you're willing to destroy whatever is in front of this muzzle here. Again, this is an empty firearm. I just showed it to you. I just want to go further on what he said, because some people, you say, don't keep your finger on the trigger. Where do you keep your finger? The finger should always be up high on the slide. So I'm left-handed, finger is high on the slide until I am ready on target and I'm ready to destroy whatever I want. So then that's when the finger goes on the trigger. Very important. Rule number 3, never point this muzzle on anything you don't want to destroy. So right now I'm just pointing at a wall. Again, I know the firearm is empty, but what do I mean by this? We've seen videos, guys. We've seen videos on YouTube where people pull out firearms and they flag their partners. You want to make sure that you are aware of where this is pointing at all times, guys. Again, that comes with training, that comes with repetition. And then the final one, know your target and beyond. Very important. Bob did really reiterate this. He made it clear. You are responsible for every round that comes out of this chamber, out this muzzle. Whenever you let a round go, you're responsible for it. Whether that hits your target or it doesn't hit your target, hits a target you don't want or a person you don't want, you are responsible for it. So you have to know that. If you get into some kind of altercation, sometimes it's better to walk away from that if you can. It's always better to walk away from something, de-escalate if you can. Those are some of the main points. Bob did talk about some other things on there. He did mention in the beginning of the video, he talked about, it's relatively safe out RVing. And I would agree with that. It's relatively safe. Now, we don't RV like Bob does. We're not really off-gridders. Everybody that said that has become a victim of a crime never thought they would. And although I do agree that it's relatively safe out there, we've done quite a few videos on people that have tragically been victims of crime. Some people have lost their lives at the hands of criminals. I work in an industry where I see a lot of them, and I'll tell you, the numbers are low, right? The stats are low. I'll tell you what I see in real world. I've never seen crime as high as it is in the past, 5, 6 years. I know I tell you all the time, hon. Yep. The amount of violent crime that's out there, it is there. It is real. Is it going to affect you? Probably not. Can it affect you? Yeah. So what is your option for many? And that's something that you have to decide. We'll close out with this, guys. I've been a police officer for 24 years. The police rarely stop crimes, and that's not to say they don't do their job. There's just too much that they have to do. They rarely stop crimes in progress. You could ask any police officer. Most of them are going to agree. You are 100% responsible for your safety, for the safety of your family, for the safety of your pets, for the safety of your loved ones. No different than you are responsible for what comes out of your life. Your life is a direct result of what you've chosen to do throughout your lifetime. I will close with this, guys. It's not something for everybody. If you're going to carry a firearm, 100% agree with Bob. You have to be responsible. You have to be willing to use it if you need to. You have to get training, but you are 100% responsible for your safety. So whatever means you have to take to make sure you're safe, just please do that. To the left of us, guys, we'll put our RV vlogs playlist. We'll also put our RV security playlist. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.